Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called Stockholm Summer Walk City Center. So this is very exciting. Let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
Hello everyone and welcome to a new video here on Let's Walk Around Stockholm. Another day, another walk. You know it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back, people. It felt so weird not uploading videos, not going around,
I was like, I went
not
to
filming.
run him over.
And it's been that long, like 8-9 days, that I don't really know what to say. I went to Prague and I was like, yeah, I'm going to Prague for work. I'm gonna film every day. I'm gonna do this walk and that walk, and I had a whole plan. But you know what happened? Absolutely nothing. Because I worked and I worked and I worked and I worked, and I had no time for walking whatsoever. But it doesn't matter. So I took a week off, and I'm back, and I'm very excited. So I'm getting back into things, everyday walks, at least on, as we say in Swedish, vardagar, weekdays. And yeah, let's go, people.
Is that a subway station?
So I'm here in front of the Odenplan metro station.
Okay, yeah, it looked like it.
It's a super hot day. It's gonna be like 30 degrees today.
Oh, it is hot.
Nice and sunny. We're in the last month of summer before the weather changes, so yeah, it's all good. I hope everyone had a great summer, by the way.
I didn't know it's so hot over there.
Gang, hope you're still around even after 8 days of no uploading, but I think so.
People don't look that hot.
You guys
actually.
always super loyal.
As in, like, heat.
I have a bit of a squeaky voice, and that's not because I'm sick, because every time I have a voice problem, everyone always go, oh Daniel, you're sick, I hope you don't have COVID. Nah, it's nothing like that, but it is because I talk so much for my work. Talking. So when I get back after a week of talking a bit too loud over music and things like that, then yeah, this is what's happening to my voice. So sorry about that.
I love
give me a few days, then I'm back to my normal voice. Same thing every year happens when I go to Prague. So it's a tradition. So no, not because of partying either. So where are we? We are here in Vasastan, as it's called.
What is that?
I went out Odenplan station and then took the exit Vanadisvägen. So this is Vanadisvägen, this long street here with trees on each side.
It's beautiful.
It's a really nice street, actually.
Yes,
and then over there I'm going to take a right and make my way over to Odenplan itself, the actual square.
There's like so many bikes
around the other entrance of Odenplan, and from there I'll see what I do. I either go to Sveavägen or maybe I take some of the smaller streets and make my way kind of over towards Norrmalm Central Station, and yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, I'm so happy that I'm back walking, people. I don't mind doing other things, but gotta love the walking. Got to get the kilometers in.
There's like a sign over there that it didn't.
And it's not just the walking I miss, it's also the talking. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of enjoy walking around and just
Who doesn't?
talking to myself.
Well, if it's a beautiful place, yes, you wouldn't mind.
Which must look very weird to other people.
Yeah, what, the Spanish barista? What is that?
Just the dude with the camera.
It's not barista. That weird
talking
like
to it.
sign.
I guess young people understand, because like vlogging and things like that's quite a big thing nowadays, so maybe it's not as weird as I think it is. I love the lighting today. It's nice.
Yes. What time is
Sun's coming in from the side here. It's already pretty sweaty. Like really, it's a bit of a heat wave going on this week, so it's really warm.
But people do not look like
I actually
very
forgot my
intense.
wind cover, so sorry if it's a bit windy and can hardly hear what I'm saying, but yeah, I probably left it in my bag from Prague. Gotta look for it. On Sunday, not on Sunday, on Thursday I'm gonna meet with Olaf again, so it should be fun. Record a few walks, get back into things. I'll try to record 2 today as well. Or maybe not, let's see. Let's see how my legs hold up after a week of no walking. To be honest, I can already feel them. I'm just 5 minutes in, so. Okay,
I
so
want him to
what
stop
shall
there.
I do here? We're on the corner of Norrtullsgatan and Venadigsvägen. Oh, let's go this way. That should be fun.
I'm so curious to know, like, what time is it?
It's quite busy.
It is.
You can tell that the summer holiday is over.
There's like a giant watermelon.
Like most people back to work, back to school.
Do people... There's like a random scooter just there. Do people do not steal them? Apparently, they do not.
And I'm very sweaty today. Ugh. Oh, it's so good.
The people are just
So
like
good.
looking normally. They're not looking that warm.
So, people, what's up in the chat? So the question is, where have you guys been on holiday? Have you been anywhere? Let me know, or let us know.
Oh, I like this part. I like this part better than the other, actually. I love that, like,
As you all
giant
know, I
trees
went to Greece. That was super fun.
and the little
Prague, that was a
fence.
work thing, so yeah, that's a different thing. Although it still felt a little bit like a holiday. So yeah.
The way the sunlight's hitting that street and those trees is gorgeous.
Just get away, you know, like different surroundings, different people, different language, different food always feels a bit like a holiday.
Yeah. Even if you're working, yes. Feels like a very old building. It looks very pretty. Oh my god, that door, that wooden door, looks
It was
gorgeous.
super hot in Prague as well, by the way. But lucky enough, my hotel had air conditioning, so it didn't bother me too much.
Well, actually, hotels, all of them have air conditioning,
Like a lot of people
right?
always ask me, you know, what I do for a living. You know, I don't want to be too specific about it. I don't really want to say the company or exactly what I do, but it basically comes down to 2 different things. One is I work with different events that we
Another
organize.
scooter.
And the other one is social media, not very surprisingly. Because in the end, this is also some kind of form of social media. So I love to work with media, audio, video, social platforms, things like that. So yeah. But I work for myself. So I don't have a boss or anything. So yeah. It's nice to combine this with, you know, with my YouTube work, if you want to call it work. It's not really work because it hardly gives me any money, so, but it's still fun. Still kind of work.
I want to know
So
that
good.
store. It was like normal something.
All right, so
Oh, those
we keep on walking
archways.
here. We get to Odenplan station, which
Is that a bar? It
crossing of
looks like a bar.
Sveavägen and Norrtullsgatan, I think it's called here. Yes,
But isn't Gotham another
something Norrtull anyway.
city? No idea. There's like so many scooters. They're very popular over there. More than, well, no, bikes. I've seen a lot of bikes, but they're like parked bikes, not people just like
Vidargatan.
riding them.
Oh, I like that. It's not the München Bryggeriet, but the Hamburger Bryggeriet.
What is
I
that?
don't know exactly what they do there. I think
It's
it's a school
beautiful.
there behind it, a
Oh,
gymnasium.
It
Not
does
to
look
be
like
confused with like a gymnasium. But gymnasium in Swedish is like the last 2 years of high school. They call
What?
it gymnasium here.
Really?
It's a
That's
bit
so
like in the
confusing.
UK when you do your O levels. You know, the last 2 years before
Uh-huh.
university.
Yeah. It's like a senior or something.
Quite busy today, I must say.
The sun was so
A lot
beautiful.
of
I won't say
students there across the street.
I wouldn't say it's a beautiful afternoon, but I
It's
don't
also
really
the
know.
time of the day. It's like just before 9 o'clock, so I guess a lot of people start work and school.
9 p.m.
9-ish. Quarter to 9
Ah.
maybe. You know, you get in a little bit early. You get a cup of
9 p.m.
coffee before you start.
Oh, 9 a.m. Okay.
That's what I would do at least. I would probably have 3 coffees before I start if I would work in an office.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of work in an office, but at home.
Yeah, everyone who doesn't love coffee.
Home office. Home office, aka the kitchen table. That's how I roll. I wish I had an office, but no.
So many
Right.
people. I want to say it's interesting because it's 9 a.m. and it looks like 5 p.m. Like the light is very interesting.
Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, let's go. Let's go here on Sveavägen. Let's go classic. Why not? No, actually, this is not Sveavägen yet. This is called Karlsbergsvägen.
Oh, they have a Burger King. I don't know what that surprised me. Like
Feeling
they have
tired.
fast food.
Not so weird. I'm still a bit. Nah, it's not really jet lagged because there's no time difference, but still, you know, after a trip, you always feel a bit tired. It's like, I think that people that travel a lot, they know what I mean. Like you get into things really, right? You're like in the bubble. You
That
work.
building
You're
looked
at the hotel. You eat, you sleep, you work. You don't really think about anything else. By the way, it's elections next month. Election coming up.
Okay. Is that like the
That's
prime
why you see
minister?
these signs. This is the center partiet. Anyway, so in your bubble, right?
Okay, someone
And you
who's running.
work, and then you come back home.
They're just like random
And
scooters.
then you have to do this mental thing where you have to go, oh, I have to go bring the kids to school, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do some washing, I have to do... And that transition is always quite difficult. Because your brain says, oh, I've worked for 1 week straight, now I have to chill. But there's no time for chilling. Not that I'm a big fan of chilling, actually. I like to keep moving, but you know what I mean.
all these like restaurants or cafes. I want to stop at every one of them.
Oh, I like this walk.
Yes.
Has a very summery feeling.
Well, the light look it's given winter, but sure.
I see a lot of flowery dresses and shorts and flip-flops, and it's nice.
It's so funny. It
And
doesn't.
everyone's got a suntan, you know what I mean? It's
Oh,
like everyone
okay.
came back from holidays, either in Sweden or abroad. Ah, another sign from the elections.
Oh, another
Or
running
Stockholm can do
runner.
better. The school should be for our children, not the owners. Social Democrats.
Oh, that's what it means.
Kebabkungen. I could use a kebab. No, I'm joking. I don't eat meat.
Okay.
Another one.
Yeah, a lot
Politics,
of political
politics,
signs.
all making promises. Don't worry, I'm not starting a political discussion. We go for different YouTube channels for those. It's all good. A lot of
that
people
door.
love a good political discussion, so do I. But not on YouTube.
Like time and place. Is that a
Maybe
park?
I should go across the street here. This is like one of the busiest. No, actually, I can walk like this.
People were eating, walking,
Can
which
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to walk like this, just crossing the street
yeah, I don't know if
like a wild man.
yeah, that looks illegal.
All right, made it. Now I'm on Sveavägen. Oh, I'm so sweaty. It's funny, literally every political party has like signs hanging around here. It's very un-Swedish. You normally don't really see that except
Oh,
for when it's
really?
election. I'm not even sure it's allowed outside. Together we make Sweden better. Oh yeah.
Well, that's a classic.
They look like the one that makes Sweden better, don't they?
A lot of fast food restaurants and like a falafel place.
McDonald's, the shittiest restaurant in the world.
Okay.
Seriously, in 2022, who still goes to McDonald's?
A lot of people, actually.
Oh,
You'd
horrible.
be surprised. Is that a lake? Oh my god, go to a lake.
McDonald's, the restaurant that got everyone fat and unhealthy and addicted to fast food.
I want to go to the lake.
No people. I like the water is in there.
Yes, go
No.
there.
Like when there's no water, this turns into a skate park here.
Oh, there's what?
And you
There's
really
the
should
water?
go to there. Observatorium Lunden. The view from up the hill there is spectacular.
Oh, an observatory.
I did another video on there for months ago. I can't really remember where it was, but when it was. But you should check it out on my channel. It's really nice. The only problem with this water is
It's
sometimes
dirty.
e-scooters end up in there. So yeah, that's not so
Whoa.
good.
Why? How come they end up over
There's
there?
always a drunk person throwing in an e-scooter.
Why? Why?
Oh, of course. Talking about election. Look
Oh, because
at this
they're
one
drunk?
here.
No, go back.
Lower
Explain the
taxes.
scooter.
Oh, yee. Yeah, she's lowering the taxes. Of course she is. Classic
the
election
Swiss language.
promise. We're lowering the taxes.
It's quite a shock.
Yay. And then everyone goes like, yeah, lower the taxes. That's what I love. I like to pay less.
There's a woman having coffee as well.
And then
On
the
the
other
go.
ones go, raise the taxes for the rich people. And then everyone also goes, yay, do that. Let's see what this one wants.
There's like a lot of political
This one
parties.
wants more police. Christian wants more police.
Oh, police,
Alright.
sir.
I'm going across the street here because there's a screaming woman coming up, a very notorious one. I don't want her in my video. You've heard her in several of my other videos. It is a what shall I say, not very mental stable person screaming.
What?
And I've heard her on at least 5 of my other videos. It's funny, she's always walking downtown here.
What? Go back to that. What do you mean?
Espresso house. Haven't had espresso house in about, I think, 2 weeks, I would say.
Is that a homeless person?
It's been a while. I think the last time I had an espresso house was maybe with Olof. I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't, not sure.
Apotek, like a apothecary?
In Prague.
So, a pharmacy?
Däremot, nice Swedish word, däremot. On the other hand, they have a lot of Costa. So Costa
What?
coffee, I think that's from the UK maybe, I'm not sure. But that's good too, that's like the espresso house of Prague.
Is that a chain?
As you all know, I'm not a big fan of chains in general.
Coffee
I
house?
prefer small local owned shops.
Sure.
I think they're more fun, more cultural, and etc, and usually cheaper even. But Costa was alright.
Sometimes.
I know it's a bit contrary. You know when I'm like saying contradiction? Is that a word? Yeah, I think so. That I'm on one hand promote Max and coffee, espresso house, and the other hand say I don't like chains. Yeah, I don't know
True.
what's with that, but yeah,
We contain multitudes.
I'm only human, people.
Yeah.
And besides that, I talk a lot of rubbish anyway. That's what happens when you speak every day for like half an hour on camera. You sometimes listen to yourself and thinking, that did not make any sense, Daniel. Why are you saying that? But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. It's all good.
These places look very charming.
At least you people seem to like it anyway. So yeah. Oh, I like this. I don't know if I can film this without filming myself, but
It's art, right? I don't think that's bad. I don't know. Oh, that's the espresso house. Okay, there's like a lot of them actually. Now I want to go.
Alright, I have a washing time at like 10 o'clock, so
Bread and
I actually
salt.
cannot do 2 walks. I just realized that.
Is it like bread and
So I can do
salt?
1 walk,
A sandwich, please.
then it's time to go home.
Is,
But I'll do another one tomorrow, so don't go anywhere. Where from
Is that a
now
subway
on,
station?
every weekday, 1 o'clock, another day, another walk. You know it. Back at it, and I'm happy so. And I can tell straight away
a cultural
that when you
festival.
walk a lot, you get hungry. I'm so hungry right now.
Yes, you get hungry, especially with all those restaurants nearby.
Okay, so I'm going here to the corner to round up today's video. You know, let's not walk too long today. I think it's perfect like this. 21 minutes. On the corner here of Tegnérgatan and Sveavägen. Okay people, I'm back. A new walk every day from now on. Thank you for watching.
Okay. Yeah, I think like this was very interesting. I think the whole like Swedish sort of like life, I think it was like a nice like glimpse to like how people like live in Sweden, like live their daily lives. I think I found like several things that were very interesting to me, but now I'm realizing I think maybe those are like preconceived like notions probably of what I have like oh what Swedish people are like or what Swedish life is actually like, because I did find it like very curious that I saw several what I can only assume were Swedish people. Do not know, obviously I didn't like you're not asking people like their nationality when you're like walking down the street, but they, let's say, I think there were several of them. I would assume they're Swedish. They were either walking or like having their coffees like on the go. They're just like drinking coffee while they're walking. And there was even like this one woman who was like eating. I didn't got to see like whether it was like a pizza slice, maybe it wasn't a pizza slice actually, but I don't know, like she was eating like actually like grabbing a bite of something, like I don't know, like a waffle. I don't know, it wasn't a waffle, a pretzel, whatever, but it was something that it was like for sure that you have to like bite into. So I find it very curious because what I've seen from, or what I was made to believe in apparently like what people are like in Stockholm and Sweden in general, is that people really do not like do that because they prefer like they practice the fika. So when they're practicing fika, there's like a whole culture of we are like sitting down and we're sitting down and having like our little like moment here. So we're not walking, we're not like going somewhere, we're just like we're eating, like we're sitting down and we're having dinner, we're having lunch, we're having fika, we're having coffee, we're having a pastry. So they said, because apparently a lot of like Swedish people find it like a little strange and weird when like Americans and just like other people from other places in general just like go around with their like coffees to go and you're like having your coffee while you're walking, or well you're just like I don't know, you just eat grabbing a bite of something. But I'm like, have you like how I don't really know. I'm confused now because I think before this I would have thought okay, so people over there like do not really like they are so like into the thing of like I am sitting down here and I'm having like my coffee and like having coffees to go, and I'm saying like coffees to go because I think coffees are just like one of those things that are just so like you commonly get them to go, like because I get it sometimes like meals depending on what it is, like you're not having like pasta just like when you're like walking around, you're not having pasta, but you're having a sandwich, you're having fries, I don't know, some other I think kind of foods like it's normal, or like a piece of fruit or like a fruit salad. Those are probably a little bit more normal to sort of like go around and eat. But I think again, coffee is just like something that's like I don't know, it's very like a common thing that is just everywhere. Like you grab your coffee and you ask them to go, and whatever, you're just like walking somewhere on, you know, your way to the office, you're on your way to running errands, and you have your coffee. Even sometimes, but maybe like again, maybe it's not super normal over there in Stockholm. You kind of like get your coffee and you get your coffee and you're just sort of like, like he did, like he's just like taking a walk like around Stockholm, around his city, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to stretch my legs, I'm breathing like the fresh air, I'm just like I'm taking a walk around my neighborhood, and it's normal for you to like, you know, get your coffee to go and just like go and having a walk and take a walk. But apparently I was meant to believe Swedish like people did not do that. So I'm like, okay, someone lied to me. I'm like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. But I don't know, because I like videos like this, because again, they really do show the actual reality of, I don't know, what actual life is in different places and in different cities. I know that's not maybe an accurate representation, or well, obviously it is, like it's the reality of like of those people's lives, but I think maybe maybe sometimes you get the sense of like, oh, you know, people in this city are like in this particular way. But then, you know, I think that's why it's important, like to have those videos like this and maybe like clips like this, and again, to have like an outsider's perspective, so they can really do judge it like fairly and evaluate everything and be like, and what I find weird, or you know, what I find like interesting is that again, you guys are telling me, oh no, like people like live their lives like in Sweden, they're very calm, they're very quiet, and that whole thing of like to go and we're in a hurry and stuff, like that's not really done there. And it's like, you may have to rethink that. People are definitely like doing this. So I find it very curious, because I was not expecting it. I was like, okay, they're very curious. Also again, the whole, but I get it, like it's a political, I think like he mentioned like, yes, you know, the elections are closed. I was also surprised about like the amount of like political sort of like propaganda that they're like political messages and political sort of, I guess, you know, political message propaganda. Like obviously they have to like advertise, you know, their politics somehow, and people have to like, hey, you have to like get if you're running for office, obviously you have to like do the work and for people to actually know you. But I was surprised by wow, there's like a lot of like signs, but I get it. I know why I thought, again, maybe it's just like I have something in my mind that I'm like, oh, Sweden is in a particular way, but I'm like, it's not really like that. I'm starting to see that. I don't know. Maybe again, it's like a typical, like it's not really common for them to have like all those bunch of like signs put up of like, yes, political messages and stuff. Because that was kind of weird, right? It is weird, I think, me not knowing everything about Sweden and almost anything, but, you know, I was like, I don't think that they did that over there, but apparently they do. When it's a political, I don't know, week, month, I don't really know how long they allow you. Probably, he mentioned something about the law, so probably they do allow you to have, like, you can put your sign up, but, like, maybe, I don't know, like 50, maybe, like, 2 weeks before the election, and like 50 days. I was gonna say 50 days, but that seems like a lot. No, but probably like 2 weeks before the election, or for like a month prior to the election. Like you can put out, obviously, like the whole city's like filled with the signs, but then they obviously have to take them out because like by law you're required. So again, that was like a little curious to me. The whole, like, there's a lot of people walking, which again, very quiet though. I will say that I almost like I didn't really get the sense of like people like, I don't know, I didn't get the chance of like hearing a lot of like people like chatter on the street, which tracks with apparently Swedish people are very calm and very like, they are very, you know, they don't really like talk out loud, which was quite interesting, because I think in other cities, even though in Europe tends to be like a lot of places in Europe tend to be a little bit like that, still people like, I don't know, they kind of talk, I don't know if they talk loudly, or I don't know, maybe it's just, I don't know, their presence is felt. I think like in this case, people are just like so quiet, because even if they're talking, maybe they're talking like very quietly. So even in this like situation where you're just like walking and you're filming, I don't know, like I could only hear like, I think I only heard two conversations like they were happening. Obviously I didn't really know what they were saying, but I was like, oh yes, I can hear like a Swedish like voice just like having a conversation. So that was interesting to me. I think that is the other thing that I was like, okay, that was, I don't know, maybe it's not actually surprising, but no, it was to me at least. The whole amount of like scooters, like explain it to me. Like apparently Stockholm is like the capital of like those like scooters because there's like a lot of them. I was not expecting this. You know, a lot of bikes as well, which I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be that surprised. There's like a lot of cars and a lot of people in general, but there was like not a lot of people biking, strangely. Like there was like, a lot of people on the street just like walking and cars, but like bikes were parked, but that's kind of weird, right? Like where are those people? Like where are the owners of the bikes? But a lot of scooters, so I didn't really think that I counted like more like scooters than bikes, which I find it like also very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a place that I think maybe prioritizes. I don't know if it's a priority, but maybe prioritizes is probably not the right word. But just like people do prefer, there's a preference for like scooters instead of bikes, which interesting actually. I don't really know why that is. I'm wondering if it's all like Sweden or is it like a particular of just Stockholm. So that was quite funny. And also I want to know what was with the lake. Like the lake, I love the lake, looked gorgeous. But how come like apparently a lot of like scooters end up there because people are drunk and they just like I don't know they fall in the lake. Is that it? And apparently like Swedish like people drink a lot. Like how much do they drink? That this is a problem. So I don't know. I'm like I'm having more questions than answers actually with this video. Now when I have a lot of questions for like Swedish people. That lake looked gorgeous, by the way. I would want to go there. The whole city itself like looked very pretty, like all those buildings, like old-timey buildings, like all those bricks, like they have like this beautiful archways, these beautiful doors, the windows, all the little cafes, all little restaurants. I'd be like, wow, I would love to go there actually. I think it was like he was like, oh, I'm hungry. It's like, well, I'd be hungry if I'm like walking around this like beautiful town and seeing all those cafes. And I think I found it interesting as well that I didn't really got to see like I don't know like a Swedish like restaurant. I don't, maybe it's not properly, maybe it's just me. Obviously, I'm not like that familiar with like the names and stuff. But I saw a lot of like dude, I saw McDonald's. Also, I saw like Burger King, which it was like no, this sucks. But I also saw like the Espresso House, which apparently I would venture to say it's a coffee shop, it's a coffee place. But and other restaurants, but all the other restaurants like I saw like again a falafel one. There was I think an Indian food one. I can't remember the name, but I think it was like Indian food. It was like curry. No, it wasn't curry, but it was something I think it was like from India. So I like there's like a lot of foreign sort of like influences in like there yeah like foreign cuisine, which again I find it quite interesting. It's like okay, so they really do like the having like maybe Swedish food. Like yes, of course it's popular, but they really do like. Maybe like I'm gonna say exotic, but I know it sounds ridiculous. Like it's not actually exotic. Like for I don't know a person from I don't know like an Indian person is gonna find this exotic, but maybe exotic to Swedish people. Maybe yes, I think that would be the right term. So I find it interesting. It's like oh apparently that type of food is like very popular over there. So when actually like when where are like the actual traditional like Swedish restaurants, which I know there are, but I don't know I find it weird. Well, not weird, just curious, especially again because I didn't really got to see like I don't know where are the Italian places or the French cuisine places or restaurants or maybe the Chinese ones, which I think is also like a very popular food to like I don't know a burger place, pizza place. I think those are like very common like restaurants. Probably obviously I get it. It's just like a 20-minute clip of like of a walk. It's like how many I don't know. He only walked like I don't know a couple of streets, maybe like 6 streets at the most. So maybe I'm like generalizing over like this very small sort of like little task. So I'm like extrapolating from there and probably like I'm totally wrong. But it was very interesting. And also I want to say I want to point out something that's like very it looked very like sort of like clean, which I think good because I associate that with Stockholm, very clean and sort of like very neat in the sense of like there are no like I don't well this is a city center, so I'm gonna guess like this is the downtown. But I didn't really get to see like a lot of like street vendors. Which I mean, a lot of places do not have them, but a lot of big cities do tend to have like street vendors, especially like food, sort of like street vendors, like hot dog places, and yeah, especially it's just like hot dogs and stuff, or maybe like an ice cream place. Apparently, it was summer, so I don't know, like a little ice cream truck, or and the like. So it was like a little everything looked very neat. I think makes the place like if you don't have those like street vendor type of like establishments. I don't know if they're establishments. They're like in the middle of the street. But it makes it look like cleaner instead of like, I don't know. Yeah, it looks very, cleaner and sort of like neater. But yes, I really loved it, and I think it's so funny that without the context of like knowing if this is like early morning, I was like, oh, the date, like this type of daylight feels to me like magic hour, 5 p.m. And it was like, it's 9 a.m. It's like sunlight in Stockholm is like very, very weird to me. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.